Hello, today's word is superheroes. Now what I like about this one is that when, I think it was Hannah Witten used it first, I definitely would not have known anything about Marvel. I would have not known the difference between Marvel and DC. I know that that confused me for a very long time. I did not understand the difference. I wouldn't have seen any of the superheroes. I wouldn't have known any of the superhero characters. I wouldn't have known anything. Whereas now, I'm hoping that by the time you're watching this, I have already seen everything, but by the time I'm filming this, I am mostly up to date. I think there's like 2 or 3 TV shows way behind, and maybe 1 or 2 movies. But on the whole, you know, I did a pretty good job of catching up in 2021, I think it was. Yeah, I think that's when I did most of my Marvel watching, which like, I'm pretty impressed by. Because if you told me when I first did November Nonsense back in 2019, that in a few years' time I would have watched everything Marvel, basically. Not just would I not have believed you, and not just would I have laughed in your face, I wouldn't have understood what you were talking about. I just tell you to kind of go away, I think. And the thing is, a lot of the Marvel stuff I watched, I was half asleep while watching it. Like, it was late at night after a day of work, like it just, you know, a lot of it didn't go into my brain. So whenever I watch a new piece of Marvel, and everyone either in the audience or who I'm watching it with is going, oh, I'm there leaning over to my friend like, who's that? Should I know them? Like, there's been a couple of times I've watched things on Disney Plus, like on group watch, and been messaging my friend and be like, why is this a big deal? And it's so bad. I wish I could keep track of like everything that was happening with Marvel, but it's just mental. There are a few universes that I think I'd be able to feel completely comfortable in, and I think one of them is Harry Potter. And I would have said Percy Jackson, but that's now expanded as well, so I don't really know. But that's about it, really. Like, there's really not many. And Marvel just has so much going on, and I just can't keep track of any of it. I know, like, Spider-Man, the Hulk, Captain America, Doctor Strange, Black Widow, is that the one? Is that what it's called? I can't remember. And now I can't think of any other characters. I know there is a Black Panther, but I really can't remember sort of who or what or anything about that. I know there's a Captain Marvel who I really liked when I first was introduced to her. And I think that's all I can remember. But like, I remember in Greece, one of the activities we sometimes had to play was like, think of a superhero. The only one I could think of was Spider-Man, but the other person had already said Spider-Man. Like, isn't that bad? To be fair, I was put on the spot. But then when the kids started shouting like, Hulk, or Thor, I know Thor as well. Or Thor, or Captain America. At least I then knew who they were talking about, but then we had to do actions for them, and like Hulk, fine, you can just smash it or do this or whatever. But the rest of them? How are you gonna do an action for Captain Marvel? Just the same as Superman? Like, woo! I don't know. Is this my video about superheroes? I think it is. I hope you enjoyed that. Well done. All right, see you tomorrow.